Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 3. We're here with race 19 on Sus Race by Crimson. So the current standings following the last race, we currently have Marnie still holding the lead with 367 points, Iceman in second with 354, Jimmy in third with 350, Superboss in fourth with 345, Azure in fifth with 339, Pesky Bird in 6th with 336, Cheese in 7th with 318, Boer in 8th with 312, and Demon still in 9th with 303. Sus. Very sus. Let's head over to the track then. So, Sus Race. Mouse was doing some weird stuff there. I'm sure some people can work out why the name is the name. We're not going to focus on anything at all. But the track. So we have a few shortcut possibilities here. Even from the get-go, there is a shortcut lane on the right, which will take you straight into the bowl. Going down into a couple more shortcut opportunities down the middle if you can line this up. There are some bumpers, so you can get stuck in there as well. And then we have a bit of a split into two tiers there. We have top and bottom tiers that take you all the way around down into another bowl. And you then get blown all the way up to here. Going around this, again, you have two routes. You can take the inside, you get to go down the spinner, which is much quicker than going all the way around the outside. And then all the way around back to the start finish. Let this track go. Should add an extra lap today. 2 DNFs is Superboss's prediction. See what happens. So let's get the races in. Pesky Bird saying 1. So we have 8 laps around here. Of course, reverse grid order as usual. We have Jimmy starting at the front, Iceman at the back. And we're going for 3. So there we go. We've got the predictions of 1, 2, and 3. We'll see if anyone gets it right. Maybe we'll have none. Who knows? No one will see that coming. But let's get the race started. Could predict 0, but that'd be boring. Yeah, you never know. So into the bowl, let's go see who gets the drop down here. Very good. There. Words are not with me today. So today my brain has just felt not with it at all. And it is continuing on. So Marnie managed to get a good drop down, using a bit of bumping going on, but through the shortcuts, Azure and Demon absolutely flying through. Great line down the middle. We've got Superboss taking the top route on the exit. Boer, Cheese, and Jimmy currently towards the back. Superboss has a great run over the top. Is going to avoid all the holes, but Marnie with a better run on the inside. Azure is a layer down. Top layer being quite a bit quicker as Marnie comes flying around. And will be leading into the bowl. Azure in second, Superboss in third, Demon in fourth, Iceman in fifth, Pesky Bird in sixth, Cheese in seventh, Boer in eighth, and Jimmy in ninth. So in the bowl, we'll see who's going to come out first. Doesn't look like we've had any collisions, so the order will probably stay relatively similar. Although it does look like Demon might be a little bit closer in and Superboss has a little bit less speed. The Demon's going to try and block Superboss a bit. Not a great line for Marnie then through there. So Azur's actually going to be the first one up. Superboss is going to be second. Superboss getting the overtake. Demon getting an overtake as well. Big lunge. Superboss is going to come and fight back. Superboss, Demon, and Azure all getting the inside lane into the spiral. So some trouble there for Marnie with a bit of time loss. So far, everyone making it into that spiral. Cheese being the only one that doesn't, so that would be quite a time loss for Cheese having to go around the outside. But Demon and Superboss side by side going on to lap 2. Demon maybe going for the shortcut, doesn't quite line that up though. Going into the bowl. Demon and Superboss will be side by side. But Boer going straight through the shortcut is going to go flying up into first place. Misses the second shortcut, but a very good line through there, keeping it clean. So Boer making a good breakaway while everyone else is still stuck in the bowl. See quite the gap forming here. The shortcut at the start being very, very beneficial. But Pesky Bird is going to be on the move in second, Iceman in third. Azur's going to get the cut through the middle, but a miss doesn't line it up correctly. He's going to get stuck in the bumpers. This could be very costly for Azur. Going back and forth through the bumpers. Just trying to find that way out, but no success at the moment. This is a massive time loss and has put us into the 9th position, but coming through with a good bit of speed on the exit, does manage to get past Cheese, but getting blocked out by Jimmy. Back up at the front, we can see Boer already leaving the bowl and heading up to the spiral. See if Boer can get a shortcut here as well. Now going for the outside route will be a little bit slower, but does have a bit of time to burn. It is early though. It is still early in the race, so you've got to be careful not wasting too much time. Pesky Bird and Iceman battling it out. Iceman's going to be in the front at the moment. Both getting into the spiral as well. This will close the gap on Boer, but Boer's already safely out and will be holding first going on to lap 3. We will see Pesky Bird and Iceman getting released in a second from the spiral. And here they come. Pesky Bird just behind Iceman's going to go for a lunge in front, making it work. So going on to lap 3, Pesky Bird is in front of Iceman. Getting very close there. Pesky Bird almost colliding with Boer, but Boer does avoid it, managing to tuck in and get on the move again. And a good line through the middle, nailing the shortcut, keeping it clean. A good couple of laps by Boer. Not seeing anyone else get this first shortcut yet. Iceman's actually dropped down in front of Pesky Bird. I think there's probably been a bit of a bump in the bowl at some point, and Pesky Bird's been slowed down. Azur's colliding with Cheese, trying to lose some momentum. That could help them out. And Iceman's breaking away from Pesky Bird. You see Boer already down into the next bowl. Go and see what's happening further back. Pesky Bird, Marnie and Demon both together. Demon trying for the overtake, will be on the top layer, which is quicker. So Demon got a great route down here. Actually is closing that gap on Pesky Bird fast and getting the overtake on Pesky Bird, but a lot of speed into the bowl. Not always the best. You want to try and reduce that speed quite quick to get a line to the middle. We could see Demon coming out in front of Pesky Bird into the final section of the lap. And currently Jimmy and Azur at the back. We're opting for the outside line once again, not going for the spiral in the middle. And on to lap 4, halfway point of the race. Iceman is in the spiral. Pesky Bird's gone for the outside line. So it will be slower. This will mean Iceman will pull away from Pesky Bird here. Even more. Demon gets into the spiral. Superboss in the spiral. This is going to cost Marnie a couple of positions. Cheese has gone around the outside. Jimmy and Azur have gone into the spiral. So Demon quite close behind Pesky Bird. And then Superboss followed by Marnie. Then we have Cheese, Jimmy and Azur. We can already see Boer flying away up at the front. Jimmy almost going over the edge of the bowl there. Get a little bit risky. So we follow Iceman into the next section. Superboss managed to make an overtake on Pesky Bird, but Pesky Bird gets a shortcut up the middle, almost failing the second part of it, but does make it through. Superboss getting overtaken by Demon. Jimmy gets the line up to the top layer and will get a boost around, passing both of them, moving Jimmy all the way up into fourth. Going over the top of Pesky Bird as well. A great run by Jimmy here, going all the way up to third now. Is closing the gap on Iceman, and an incredible angle into the bowl as well. This is huge for Jimmy. That's even closing the gap quite a bit on Boer. And Jimmy moves all the way up into second place. Boer currently with the fastest lap. I think we could see Jimmy taking that fastest lap away. Boer opting for the spiral this time around. Try and extend that lead once again away from Jimmy, as Jimmy has gone for the outside line. Boer going across the line onto lap 5. Iceman managing to get the spiral, but it's not quick enough to catch up with Jimmy again. Jimmy crossing the line does take the fastest lap away from Boer. An extra point on that. Once again, almost getting stuck on the rim of the bowl, but using it in quite a calculated way to get another sharp angle. Jimmy absolutely mastering the angles on these bowls right now. Is going to pass Boer as well, and Jimmy's up into first place. Has perfected the lines, but Boer's going to get the shortcut through the middle, but it's a disaster for Boer, getting caught on the exit. Is going to hit the edge going into the bumpers. This can be very time costly. Boer's going to have to try and make their way out of here. It's not looking good so far, but there we go, lining it up just before Iceman can catch up. So Boer on the move, but losing a lot of time there. Does have Iceman and Cheese not far behind. Cheese has managed to gain some positions. And Demon just jumped a few spots as well. Marnie going for the middle, also failing, but lining up with a single bounce. Very quick recovery there. Will be just behind Pesky Bird. So Marnie and Demon dropping to the lower level. Superboss trying to go over the top. Doesn't quite make it work. Will also drop down. And Boer's been hit by Pesky Bird. That's going to push Boer wide and is going to cost Boer even more time. But Boer's going to give a little nudge back to Pesky Bird to try and slow themselves down again. Try and make that time back up. It's not quite enough to prevent Cheese from getting the overtake though, but is enough to be just on the tail of Cheese. Jimmy and Cheese taking the inside line. Boer's going to have to take the inside spiral as well to be close to them, but he's going round the outside, missing that entrance. Iceman does as well. If Pesky Bird can get that inside spiral, this could be a couple of positions gained, and Pesky Bird does. So it's now a race down to the bottom. In the background, we have Jimmy already in the first bowl. Cheese just coming around now to join Jimmy. And here we go. It's a race. It is a sprint to the line here. Pesky Bird with an inside lunge, but Boer has better exit speed. So it will be Boer followed by Pesky Bird, followed by Iceman into the bowl. lap 6. Marnie getting a bit stuck there. Superboss and Demon will be in front. So everyone's still fairly close together. Anything can still happen in the late part of this race. Iceman dropping down and getting the shortcut. Is it clean? It's not clean going into the bumpers. Pesky Bird not with a clean line either. Boer's opting for the safer route and going over the top. So Boer's going to be in third. Some bumping going on between Iceman and Pesky Bird, lining both of themselves up with that tactical maneuver there. Working together to make sure they can both get out of that situation without too much of a time loss. So it is Jimmy leading, Boer currently in second. Actually, Boer has a really good line in the bowl here. Will be coming up just behind Jimmy. She's now in third and has taken the fastest lap. Iceman in fourth, Pesky Bird fifth, Marnie in sixth, getting past Superboss, who's now in seventh, Demon in eighth, and Azur in ninth. So Boer and Jimmy absolutely neck and neck here, both in the spiral. Try and break away from the rest of the pack. She's going into the spiral as well. We're going around the outside where they get a better exit here. It's pretty close. Taking two different lines into the bowl. It looks like Jimmy may have the better line here. Boer's got quite a smooth circle going, which is quite slow in these bowls. Whereas Jimmy's still perfecting these lines, saving so much time. And Jimmy drops down and is on the move, even gets the next shortcut, but it's not clean. Gets caught up in the bounces. Only one bounce though, slight delay, but carries on. We're opting to go around the outside and avoid that shortcut. Azur getting the shortcut at the start. That's a massive gain, going from 9th all the way up to 3rd on lap 7 out of 8. So Azur will now be chasing down Boer, and Jimmy's breaking away. I think Jimmy has woken up after that first win of the series and is now hunting down Marnie and that #1 spot in the season. So this could be big for Jimmy. Marnie currently struggling, possibly losing momentum into these final races. Pesky Bird, more speed over the top, passes Marnie. But Marnie's going to take that position back. Better speed going for a lunge on the inside. Superboss doesn't quite make it work. Getting blocked by Superboss. Demon not far behind. And Jimmy in the spiral again is just going to keep trying to hold that lead. Where's going around the outside. This could be a chance for Azur to look for a second place going into the spiral. So Where's going to be quick around here. But I think we're going to see Azur take second place. And Cheese will also be closing the gap on Boer with the spiral. Iceman going around the outside. Bit of a slower route. Azur comes out in second as we're going on to the final lap. And Cheese not far behind Boer now. We'll see if anyone else goes for this shortcut at the start line. Could be a big game changer. You see further back, Pesky Bird's going around the outside. Everyone else has gone through the spiral, so that's a massive time loss for Pesky Bird. Going to be side by side with Demon. Superboss getting the shortcut. Marnie just missing it, so Superboss with a massive jump up to second. The only one to get the shortcut on this lap. We're getting the shortcut through the middle, but colliding with the wall is going to be stuck in the bumpers again. This could be costly as Azur goes through, but Word gets out quite quick. Will end up in front of Superboss, but back behind Azur once again. Meanwhile, up at the front, Jimmy is just holding a strong lead going into the final section of the final lap. Boer has a top route here. He's going to get past Azur going up into second. Azur in third. In fact, this is a good line by Boer. This could put Jimmy at risk. This could be close now. This could be very close between Boer and Jimmy. Unless someone hits Boer, because Boer is on a different line to everyone else. It's a good line, but it's a risky one. It's going to be close. Who's going to make their way up first? Jimmy coming in now. Boer just behind. Having some difficulties. Boer getting a bit stuck. Azur's going to come up. Boer having some big difficulties finding the way up. And is going to be side by side with Azur. And just missing the spiral entrance as well. That could have been huge for Boer. Superboss gets it though. This will be massive for Superboss. Could move Superboss up from fourth into second. But up at the front, Jimmy heading round to the finish line. And Jimmy is going to take the win. Jimmy gets the win. Superboss does go up to second and takes second. Boer manages to get past Azur. Is going to go third. Azur in fourth. Cheese is going to finish in fifth. And with the fastest lap for the extra point. Iceman is going to be sixth. And it looks like we're going to have Demon in seventh. And it looks like Marnie's in trouble. So Pesky Bird in eighth. And what looked like a no DNF race looks like it might be a 1 DNF race. As Marnie's got stuck, this has been a disaster for Marnie, and I think we're going to see a position change in the first words. I think we're going to see Marnie lose that first place position. That's what I'm trying to say. With that win from Jimmy. And potentially Superboss as well with the second place. This could be very costly for Marnie, this finish. So we'll have to see how this changes the standings. So let's go over to the winning cam. Jimmy, congratulations. Claps in the chat. See, Jimmy said a win for your birthday. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Happy birthday. What a way to celebrate. Getting a win on your birthday. How well timed. And now, yeah, if you get motion sick, you're going to have a few spins here. Boer podium, woohoo. Happy with that one. And I still don't think we have Amani on the move. Gonna wait and see. Is it a DNF? It is, so it's F's in the chat for Marnie. Unfortunately, making it a 1 DNF. Who was the prediction on the 1 DNF? Oh, it's just highlighted over there. It was Pesky Bird. So Pesky Bird managed to get it right with a single DNF. If you're doing your math right, this puts you 1 point ahead of Marnie. We will have to see. It's getting very close as we're approaching the end of the season. So, good race, lots of action down to the end. As always, I'm going to go and put the results onto the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute with the standings. Alright, the results have been entered, so let's head over to the updated standings. And the math was correct. With that win, Jimmy is now leading by 1 point over Marnie. 380 points. Marnie in second with 379. Superboss not far behind in third with 370. Iceman 1 point behind Superboss in fourth with 369. Then we have Azur in fifth with 358. Pesky Bird in sixth with 349. Cheese in seventh with 336. Boy in eighth with 334. And Demon in ninth with 317 Poor Demon indeed. It has not been a good season. Even with any of the races where Demons managed to pick up points, it's not been enough because the people in front have also usually picked up enough points to hold off those positions. So it's been a rough season to say the least for Demon. And there's still a few races left, but it's not looking too promising from that situation. But who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen. Everyone has 300 points. Everyone is in the 300 point area now. Yep. So great race. Good win for Jimmy. Once again, Jimmy, happy birthday. Hope you've had a great day. And glad you could even make it to the stream as well on your birthday. Yeah, I hope that's all been good for you. And a win just to top it off. But a great race. And great to have everyone here once again watching live and joining in. You requested the day off because you didn't want to have to go into work on your birthday. That is a very valid reason. That is completely understandable. I usually do the same. I usually book sometimes a couple of days, depending on how I'm feeling. Or if it lands on a weekend, I might book a long weekend. Even if I'm not doing anything, it's nice to just chill out and enjoy your birthday. Yeah, definitely rate that. But yeah, that is going to do it for this stream. It is going to be one race this evening, but a good race. Good race for the one race. And will we see Jimmy return with another win? After going so far through the season without a single win, we've now had 2 within 3 races. So could this be the start of Jimmy dominating the series? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But that's it for this week. We'll be back next week at Aquamarine on Monday. And we also have a new map the following day. We have Bowser's Castle 3. Another Mario-inspired track. And brand new to this Season 3. So lots to look forward to next week. But that is going to do it for this stream. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next one.